Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. So get your makeup out. Let's get ready together today. We're gonna do this look right here. These are all my go-to makeup products right now. If you've watched like previous videos of mine recently and you checked out the makeup description that I always put down, like what I'm wearing in a video, you'll notice that these are the products and just the look that I've been doing so much. This has just been like my go-to look recently. I just love everything about it, and all these products are complete must-haves. So if you want to stick around and see how I got this look, what my favorite must-have products are right now, then I'm going to zoom you guys in and let's get started. I'm going to start out with the Lila B Aglow Face Mist. I told you guys I'm really loving this spray. I'm just going to prep my skin with this first. It hydrates. It just puts great ingredients onto your skin. So then once that kind of sinks and just dries into my skin for a second, I'm gonna use this primer today. This is the Glow Minerals Tinted Primer in the shade Medium. I'm just gonna use this today because my skin just needs a little warming up, and I just wanna kind of use this one. I haven't pulled this one out for a while. So I'm just gonna take this primer all over, and because it has that tint to it, it just kind of evens out the skin tone and then helps to even out my body and my face a little bit because my face is so pale right now, so pale. So then moving on to foundation, we're taking my absolute favorite foundation ever. It's the Osmosis Performance Wear Satin Foundation. I wear this in the shade Natural Medium. We're gonna use this today. I'm gonna give it a little shake. This foundation is just pure perfection. It is long wearing. I mean, this is probably one of the longest wearing foundations I have ever used, with still looking like skin and still looking flawless the entire like 16 hours you have this on. So I'm just gonna take a pump of this. I'm just gonna dot it onto my skin, and then we'll blend it out with the damp sponge. And then what I'm gonna do too is take that Lila B Aglow Mist and just lightly mist my beauty blender as well. So it's damp, and then I added that mist as well. And then I'm just gonna blend that in. And then once I feel this kind of drying a little bit, I'm going to spray again with my mist and then just continue blending. When you spray that mist onto your beauty blender and then blend your foundation, you actually get a little bit more of a glow to your skin. And I really like it. I've been doing that a lot. And I just like that little bit of extra glow that it gives. So now we're gonna move on to the eye look. I'm gonna take my Tarte Shape Tape Eye Primer. I am loving this eye primer. It is so fast, so easy to use, and it just covers everything perfect, and I love it on no makeup days as well. So all I do is I take it and just kind of draw on my eyelid and then just dab it in, and you kind of will see the difference. It just covers up any discoloration, and it gives you the most perfect looking eyelid. I mean, how funny does that sound? A perfect looking eyelid, but it really truly does. Okay, so getting into the eye look now, I'm gonna really do the eye look that I've done in so many previous videos because I've gotten a ton of requests to do like a tutorial on it. So that's kind of what we're gonna do today. We're gonna stick to the palettes I've been using the most, and then I'm gonna use the nude sticks, which I have been loving. So we're gonna kind of do that combination of the matte and then the sheen shades on the lid that I've been talking about nonstop. So I'm gonna start with the Glow Skin Beauty. This is the palette in Mixed Metals. I love these palettes. The eyeshadows are so blendable and so pigmented, but no fallout. Like, they are awesome. So what I've been doing, I'm gonna really just do the exact same thing I've been doing. I've been taking this little bit of a warmer brown shade in the middle here, and I'm gonna start with this all throughout the crease and just all over the eyelid, and then just kind of blend it like all over the eye. It's like the perfect starting brown. Like, it's one of those like good neutral browns, but it has a little bit of warmth to it, and I really like this one. And then I'm going to take this cream shade up here with a different blending brush. I'm just going to get a little bit of that onto my brush, and then just kind of lightly go along the top of my brow bone and just kind of blend it into that crease that we just did, just to kind of blend that and make sure that it's all blended and that there's like no line or anything, but it's perfect matte cream tone to just highlight the brow bone and then just blend that area. It's like the perfect shade. So now I'm taking this Makeup Forever brush and I'm so in love with this brush. It's the number 216. It's like a little dome shaped brush. And I love this for just carving out like the outer V and blending outwards like on the outside of your eye. And I'm gonna dip this into this shade right over here, which I love. It's kind of like a plummy brown. And I'm using the Nude sticks in like a gold. And gold and this plum tone just looks so beautiful. So I'm gonna get this little plummy brown shade onto my brush. And then all I'm gonna do is kind of blend it out right on the outer V portion. Blending on the eyelid a little bit too, but really focusing it like just directly on the outside. And then I'm just gonna lightly take it over the crease a little bit too, just a little bit. I like to kind of just deepen up that crease a little bit. So I just kind of focus it on the outside and then lightly kind of sweep it around. Okay, so now I'm taking the Nude Sticks color. This is when I pop this onto the eyelid. This is in the shade Gilt, and I'm telling you, it's the most perfect light gold. And it's so springy and so summery. Whenever I think of like spring and summer, I think of like gold, bronzy eyes, and then bronzed up, glowing skin. So that kind of is exactly what this does. So these pencils, like I said, are so easy to use. All I do is literally draw them exactly where I want them, which I'm gonna be applying this one all over my lid. And then I'm just gonna kind of pat it into place with my finger, just blending it right into the shadow that we already laid down. All right, so then I'm gonna take this gray shade. It's a matte gray. I'm gonna take my little pencil brush here and I'm gonna use this as eyeliner, just a light eyeliner look today. But I'm gonna press this right into the lash line, and honestly, I'm just keeping it super subtle. I don't wanna go for like a dark eyeliner look today. So I just wanna give myself just a little bit, but that's why I really love this gray color, because you can see it. It gives a really pretty nice line, but it's not like super dark. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my 100% Pure, this is the creamy, long-lasting eye pencil. This is in the shade Black. This is definitely my favorite pencil to do the waterline. I just like it because one, it lasts, it's super creamy, it's really easy to kind of work in the lashes there, but I also really like the fact that it's like a fruit pigmented eyeliner, so it's like going up against your eyes, so there's no like harsh chemicals or anything like toxic or crazy that's going up literally right next to your eye. And this one doesn't budge and holds up perfectly in the waterline. So this has just been my go-to for months now. Okay, so we're just curling our lashes now. I get so many questions regarding what eyelash curler this is. It's the Surratt eyelash curler. And I'm telling you guys, it's the best eyelash curler ever. I've tried so many eyelash curlers on the market out there, and I've been using this one for years, and it gives the best curl that lasts all day. It doesn't crimp your lashes, it doesn't pull out your lashes. It's the best. Okay, so for mascara today, I'm gonna finish up my little sample of the MAC False Lashes Extreme Black. I did buy the full size if you saw my Nordstrom haul as well, but I'm just gonna finish up this little sample guide today. This mascara is so good. It's honestly like my new mascara obsession. It's so light on your lashes, like it's not heavy. Some mascaras kind of are heavy and they feel like they clump and like weigh your lashes down. This one's so light, but it gives the longest, thickest lashes. And my lashes are like super picky. I always talk about how picky my under eyes are, like for concealer, but my lashes are honestly to like the same degree. And it's because my lashes are so long. I feel like honestly, the longer your lashes are, the harder it is to find like the right mascara without like clumping and like doing everything that mascaras do. But I mean, look at that lash. I mean, honestly, my eyelashes are touching my brow. That is how long this makes my lashes, but not even just long, like volumized and super black. Like everything is so perfect with this mascara. It is completely my addiction now. All right, I have to zoom you guys in so you can see my lashes. Look at that, they're literally touching my brow bone. It's the best mascara. I'm telling you, between the Revitalash, which obviously is what I use to get my lashes this long, between the Revitalash and this mascara, I mean, holy cow. how. All right, so moving on to concealer next. These are the two products that I combined to make the best concealer under the eyes. If you have more mature skin, I am telling you this combination is out of this world. I did a full review and talked about how good these two are together. It's the Osmosis Age Defying Treatment Concealer. I use this in the shade Light, and I literally mix on the back of my hand. I mix it with the Colorescience Total Eye, which is the 3-in-1 renewal therapy. This has a mineral SPF of 35 in it, so it protects the under eye. So these actually are benefiting and treating your under eye. And the combination of them together, I have just never seen anything like it for my under eyes. And you guys know I try everything out there, but nothing keeps my under eye as flawless all day long as these two right here. So just like I did in that video, if you guys saw that video, I'm gonna take the concealer first, the Osmosis Concealer, and I just swipe it on the back of my hand. And then I take the Colorescience Total Eye, it comes out this little pump, and I'm just gonna apply it right on top of that concealer. And then I'm just gonna mix them together on the back of my hand and then just dot it around my under eye. And then taking that beauty blender, I'm just gonna blend that in under my eye. It's hydrating, yet really holds tight to the under eye and gives you that brightened, just flawless look without sinking into lines or creasing. And just honestly, like I said, it holds up all day. I don't have to worry about this concealer at all. There's so many concealers that I wear throughout the day where I'll like check in the mirror and I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's time. I have to check my concealer. Is it fading? Is it creasing? And I have to worry about it and like think about, oh, like I better go check my concealer, otherwise I might look crazy right now. This one I don't have to do at all. It just holds itself beautifully and perfectly all day long, which is something that I absolutely look for, because who has time to be like worrying about their concealer all day? Okay, so there's the concealer. I mean, do you see how perfect it is under my eye? It brightens, it is so flawless, it covers any darkness beautifully, yet it looks like skin. You don't see that you have concealer on at all. Like it so looks like skin. So I'm gonna set my under eyes now. What I do before I set my under eyes with powder is I just go right along the lash line and just tap any product, just make sure it's tapped in, and then that kind of keeps any creases or wrinkles just away. You wanna make sure they're all out before you actually set. So I'm gonna take that beauty blender, I'm gonna use the Velvetizer powder, I'm just gonna take that powder and I'm just gonna set it right on the inner part of my eye here, just super lightly. All right, so before we finish off the under eye look with mascara and some liner underneath, I'm gonna set the rest of my face. I'm gonna use the Osmosis color. This is in the shade Natural Medium. This is the pressed base, and this is just my absolute go-to for setting my makeup every single day. This powder is the best powder I have ever used. And the funny thing is, before I found and discovered this powder, I pretty much shied away from powder, really setting powder at all, because it always just made me look more dry and you could see the powder on my skin. And then when I discovered this, it was like the exact opposite. It covers and leaves like a nice coverage behind, but it doesn't look like powder at all. It's not drying at all. I have seen people with super dry skin actually use this powder and it actually makes their skin look more hydrated. I'm just gonna take my Osmosis, this is the full face powder brush, which is the best powder brush also. I'm gonna dab it in there, and then I'm just gonna set down the T-zone and all over, just giving it a nice little touch of powder. I'd go down the neck as well, just keep everything nice and blended. Let's add a little bronzer before we finish off the under eye look too. I like to kind of make sure things are set before I go in there and smudge some, shadow underneath my eyes. I just like to make sure everything's nice and set. So we'll move on to bronzer real quick. I'm gonna take the Osmosis, this is the South Beach bronzer, and then I'm just gonna take this all over and just bronze and warm up the skin. And this bronzer just brings such perfect warmth to your skin. So I'm just gonna kind of take it, I always sweep it along like the jawline, and then I take the rest that's on my brush and just kind of bring it down on my neck and just keep everything, flowing down the neck here. And I always take a little bit, if I have like a shirt on like this, I just take a little bit on to my chest as well. Okay, so now we're gonna finish off the under eye look. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that same middle brown shade, that warmer brown tone that we did all over the eye. I'm gonna get a little bit of this onto my brush. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that everything's connected around the eye. So really push it up into like that corner area and make it connect with the eyeshadow that you applied. And I'm just gonna kind of smudge this all underneath the eye. And then taking that gray shade, I'm gonna take this flat eyeliner brush. I think it's an eyeliner brush, I don't know, that's what I use it for. But I'm gonna take that same gray shade that we lined the top with. I'm gonna get a little bit of that onto my brush here, and I'm just gonna line the lower lash line with that gray as well. I'm just gonna kind of push it right into the lower lashes. And then taking that brushing, and I'm just gonna smudge all of that together. So the eyeliner and that eyeshadow we just put down, I'm just gonna kind of smudge it all together. And then finishing up with the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara. I'm just gonna do the lower lashes. Okay, let's see, what have we done? We did bronzer, we're up to bronzer. Let's go to blush. I'm gonna take the Osmosis Peony Blush, one of my favorites for spring. And I'm just gonna apply this right to the apples of my cheek, just lightly blending outwards. And then taking this powder brush, this is another one I get asked about all the time. This is actually the Glow Skin Beauty, the Luxe brush, Luxe powder brush. This is the best, I love this brush. It's like the perfect shape and like dome shape, super soft. And this is what I always use to kind of just clean up and just go over my bronzer and blush just to make sure it's all seamless and blended. But another trick that I've kind of been doing to make sure everything's kind of cleaned up around is I've been taking my powder, my whatever powder I use to like set my under eye that day. I'm taking the Urban Decay Velvetizer because that's what I use. I'm gonna get some out onto the lid, and I'm gonna take that Beauty Blender again, and then what I've been doing is just, this is what I do if I have the time. If I'm in a hurry, I don't do this. But I've just been kind of cleaning up everything with this powder, or with, like I said, with any powder, just with my Beauty Blender, just carving out that line there a little bit. And then I just let that sit on my skin for a little bit while I move on. So next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my MAC Emphasize. This is another powder I've been pulling out constantly lately. So you know the whole like KKW Beauty, the whole big Brighten, all of that thing that she just came out with. So honestly, you can do the exact same thing with really a lot of powders out there. I've been taking the MAC Emphasize powder. It's the one I have right here. It's that whiter tone. This is like a highlighting powder. So it's the same thing. It's like a shaping powder, exactly the same thing as the KKW is like telling you, you know, bake, brighten, to really open up the under eye and brighten the under eye. This is gonna do the exact same thing. So I've been taking this brush right here. It's the Sephora Pro Highlighting Brush. It's the number 98. And I'll just get a little bit of it onto my brush, just tap it on in, and then I really just tap off the excess. I just want a little bit. And then I just take this right under my eye and down the side of my nose and just kind of shape and just highlight that area. And it really does just kind of brighten up that under eye and just kind of shape that whole area there. It just kind of gives it that extra dimension and that extra perfect like brightening under that eye area, which a lot of us need. So I really have been loving doing that. And then I take a little bit of it and I go around my forehead here because I do like to brighten up that area as well. And then I also take it on my chin and up on my Cupid's bow, just like that. All right, so now let's sweep away this powder down here. Okay, just like that. And then we'll finish off with some highlighter. So because I'm using the gold on my eyes today, the Anastasia and Amrezy highlighter just looks so perfect with this look. It kind of just gives you that all over like goldy bronze, and I've just been kind of loving that combination. So I'm gonna take this highlighter. This is another brush I get asked about a lot. This is the Hakuhodo J5521. It's their highlighting brush. And I'm just gonna take this and kind of sweep it all around. Okay, we're almost done with this look. I'm gonna finish up with my lips right now using the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude Lip Pencil. Look at how much you can kind of overdraw your lips with this lip liner, and you honestly really don't notice it. Like, you can see what I do on my lips just to kind of create a little bit of that fullness on my top lip. This is the best pencil to do that. All right, then we're gonna take the Glow Skin Beauty. This is the Confetti lipstick, and this is just another one of my addictions. It's like the perfect, again, kind of like springy pink, and I've been really loving it on my lips. And I feel like that pink is the perfect match to kind of the Peony blush that we used. They just work so well together. So I'm gonna finish off the lips now, and then I think we're just about done. I'm gonna take the Glow Skin Beauty, the Cupcake Lip Gloss. And this is another one that I've just been using constantly lately. It's like the perfect, just light pink. Okay guys, so this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. Honestly, I've been obsessed with this look and these products. Everything that I use today is a complete must-have. I mean, I just absolutely love every product I use today. So I'm gonna link and list all of them down below in the description box. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new to my channel, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.